pushing 10. Somebody told me no, son, and I decided you're gonna dig my style. You're gonna walk the same.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. I do apologize so very much for being late this morning. I was on time for work, just everything was running behind. But nonetheless, we're here. We're ready to rock. We're ready to roll. Happy Sunday, everybody. NFL Sunday, week number 12 in the NFL. Hot diggity dog. It is going to be a big day today. So sit down, which you probably already are. Get that cup of coffee going. Get ready to rock. Get ready to roll. Full disclaimer, as somebody said earlier, we should start the show out with, make sure when you're using our website, if you have multiple packages, meaning premium plays and the Sunday NFL guaranteed play, make sure you turn your phone sideways. Make sure you turn your phone sideways, then scroll down. Click that small little box with 4 windows in it, located right next to your username. And then from there, scroll down after you click that little box with 4 windows in it. And you'll be able to go back and forth from all your packages. So welcome everybody. Definitely going to be a big day today, Mo. Good morning, everybody. Little blanket good morning to everybody. There's college basketball today. A lot of great NFL today on the board. A lot of great stuff out on the board. Hopefully you guys are ready. I know I am. That's for sure. Good morning, everybody. Gonna make this a great Sunday, that's for sure. We'll start it out by putting you guys on some stuff. We'll break down as many games as that we can get through. Congrats to everybody on Guaranteed Saturday yesterday. Yet again, another nice winner for everybody. Troy and App State over the total yesterday. What a nice winner. 44 first half points for a Guaranteed Saturday play when we had over 48.5. So we just needed one more score that entire second half, which was nice. We got it. We cashed. We came, we con, we went, we did. And we're going to do it all again today with our big Sunday NFL guaranteed play, which, by the way, you have to be signed up by 1 p.m. Eastern time. It is an early game. Steven Sanchez, yes, hats off again to FC on another max fight pick. I know he lost first couple of the fights, but he definitely bounced back strong with a monster dog of the night, the main event, some other stuff, as well as the big max fight pick. And the max fight pick was definitely money in my pocket, which is always great. We have hit every single one of our guaranteed plays this week, which is nice. Nailed my game of the week, Guaranteed Saturday, max fight pick. Lee Treasures, I doubled back and took App laying 6. Second half, it was sensational. It was definitely a sensational play right there. I cannot lie, I had Nevada as a late game yesterday. I don't know what happened. I didn't get to watch that game at all yesterday. But Nevada, from the looks of it, from the reports that I read, just played like dog crap against a very strong at home Hawaii. Just getting everything up and running. Doorsand.com says Falcons money line today. Vegas is trying to work us all. Jesus says he hit dog and the max fight pick in the main event. Absolutely. Absolutely. I actually did a 3-fight parlay between After he lost the first two, I said, oh, hell no, he's not going to lose the remaining. So I went and did the dog, the main event, and the max fight pick, which paid pretty nice. Which played very nice. Between that and betting the other three, was able to get my money back and remain profitable. So that was always, remaining profitable is the name of the game. And again, if you don't know, you need to be signed up by 1 p.m. Eastern time. 70 Clippers said you had Hawaii, but parlayed it with Devin Clark. That's a rough one right there. D. Lyde said Nevada put me under 2. No, I did not. I didn't get a watch. I watched the main event. I watched the max. And I was bouncing back and forth. Joe Free says I took App State team total over 30.5. Easy winner. Congrats. Congrats. Yeah, they put the game over almost all by themselves. 47 of the 48.5 that we needed were done by App State. Yeah, Mo, it's already in your account. If you purchased the Sunday NFL play last week, it's already in your account. It's funny, you guys ask me that every time if we drop a guaranteed play, which I know is rare. But you guys always come out and ask me, but it's always in your account. You guys always ask me. But yeah, we always got you guys already taken care of. Dennis, you lost 10 or 5K on Texas State. That's rough. That's a big parlay to lose. Jalen. Crack me up. Alrighty. So, very big day planned today. My personal plays, that's what I was doing. I was actually sending them out. That's what took me so long. I must have missed something. I'm not sure why there's a sorry Kyle. But anyways, must have missed something. No biggie. Mike Brown says, loved Hawaii, but took Washington the way my day went. You know, that's the thing with sports betting, and that's why I always preach to everybody. You know, managing the bankroll, micromanaging it, because there's going to be days where, you know, you should have went left and you went right. You know, it happens to the best of us, Mike Brown, you know, and you just keep your head up, keep grinding away, keep plugging away, keep doing what you do. And there'll be times where you turn left and you should have turned right. Should have stopped and you went, you know, should have. Oh, yes, not a problem. Not a problem. Malcolm's here for a good 14 parlay against the spread. Gamal, good morning. Travis says, let's go Tampa Bay. I like TD368's idea, so let's bust the books. Richard in Australia, thanks for tuning in. I probably had 50 text messages last night, people asking about their guaranteed Sunday play. You guys just got to be patient, wait. You're not going to be able to see it until it's posted anyways. And I don't reactivate the accounts, so I'm not going in there manually updating everybody's account. That's what our accounting department's for. All righty. So, nonetheless, we've got some big things to do today. We're going to start taking a look at the games. I don't know if we're going to hit all the games. We're going to bounce around from some morning games to some afternoon games. We're going to try and go back and forth. Unfortunately, I was late today on a day where I don't have 3 hours to go live. Unfortunately, I would love to go live for an extended period of time with you guys, but I do have some family plans where I need to be. But we have plenty of time to get through a good amount of breakdowns and put you guys on some good stuff. So that I promise you. Doors.com says Colts money line. Ryan C says Chicago has never covered after a bye week in 8 years. Josh says Todd Gurley out. Julio Jones not expected to play, Lorenzo says. All right, so I'm popping up my information. And what we're going to do is we're going to dive right into the breakdowns. Okay, we're going to dive right into the breakdowns. Got to pop up all my good information here. Log into everything. Joe Free, we did a live show during the games at times. We did a live wagering show. Did it a couple times. We just didn't get the viewership, but then again, we didn't really stick with it. B Rose Entertainment, can we talk Bills and Chargers? We definitely can. Broncos without a quarterback on the roster playing today. That's going to be a fun game to watch. Mo says the Jets get their first win today. Saints at the half, -8.5. Renault Brown, good morning. You know, no matter what the Broncos have or who the Broncos have at quarterback today, their defense has been stingy as of late. Very stingy as of late. So keep that in mind. Just because they don't have a quarterback, which for all intents and purposes, Drew Brees should have zero issues putting up points. But that Broncos defense has been very stingy. And it's definitely something to take notice on and be careful. It's funny, I heard the news, and I actually heard a rumor first before it was actually public, and I said, no way. I brushed it off. And if I was smart, I would have went and taken the Saints at that time when they were still laying 6. And then, because it was about 2 hours later, remember I was in the grocery store, and I seen the report pop up that it was official. And I was like, damn. Should have bet them when they were 6 because they were off the board. And then the D Casino came back out at 6 or 13. I seen Bet Online was 15 this morning. If you're betting on them, be careful. Books love situations like today, just letting you know. Casinos love situations like today. That's for sure. Mike Brown says Taysom Hill runs wild. I might be able to run wild. Yeah, Kendall Hilton should be the starter from what I was told. I've seen some of his passes. And they weren't the best. That's for sure. But hey, I'm sure he'll do a good enough job. I'm sure they'll put a lot of pressure on him, and it'll definitely be an interesting game. I wish I was actually going to be around to watch it. That's for sure. Alrighty. So I should have all my stuff up and running to where we can start doing these breakdowns. And keep in mind, I may not have an official play on each one. However, we will definitely do our best to put you guys on the goods. Don't forget the big Sunday play. Alrighty. If you guys haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button. I know a lot of you guys that are in here are already on the Sunday play. And we're 9-2 on them on the year. Not bad. 10-1 would have been better. 11-0 would have been even better. But hey, we'll take what we got. Take what we got and we'll work with it. We definitely know we all lost on it last Sunday. And short memory. And we've only lost 2 all year. So time for a monster bounce back with that one. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Myself personally, that is. Alrighty. So, first game that we're going to do, first things first. The first game that we're going to do, we're going to take a look, and we're in no particular order. All right, we're just going to bounce around. We're going to take a look at Carolina and Minnesota. Then we'll hit the Titans and the Colts. Chargers and the Bills. Dolphins and the Jets. We're just going to bounce around today. No particular order. We're going to just bounce around. We're going to have some fun and try and find some avenues for you guys. So that way we're making a boatload of money. Mo says the Jets, Jets, Jets. A lot of people riding the Jets today. Brian O'Neill, why is there always a douche with a thumbs down? You know, they're more than welcome to. As long as they only hit it once, that's all that matters. They may not realize that it actually helps us. If you guys want to hear a little douchebag story, so, you know, funny. I had a 1-2 day yesterday, plus the guaranteed Saturday, which, you know, was a nice winner. So I had an off day yesterday. It's been an off week for me. We started out fantastic, 6-0, and then it's been a 1-2 kind of day for the most part. So obviously there's somebody on my client list that's just such a big fucking coward where they want to text me, but they text me from just a random number, and they want to talk shit because they're not big enough to talk shit from their main number out of fear that I might cut them off, which I wouldn't because, hey, at least if you're man enough to do that. But it's funny, we already know who it was, and you want to talk shit. Well, I guess I don't need to because it's not a requirement that I take care of people until they're profitable. But I love doing that. So it's funny. Guy comes in, talks shit in a live show, and then says the exact same things via text message, like we're not going to know who it is. But at least if you want to talk shit, by all means, I'll take it. I get it. It's my job description. If I'm sucking, by all means, I'll be the first to admit it. Hey, I had a 1-2 day on Saturday. 1-2 day on Saturday. Nevada killed me. I have no problem admitting it, but at least have the nut sack big enough to, talk shit like a normal person. But yeah, probably the same douchebag that gave the thumbs down. Frozen? All right, I'll get it fixed. Thank you for the text messages. But that's a flattering frozen photo. I mean, it's... I think we should be able to leave it up there. All right. Definitely got it undone. All righty. So everybody's saying the Jets are going to win, but somebody did ask a great question. Do the Jets want to win? Do the Jets want to win? That's the big question. That's the big question. And we'll go over that game. We'll take a look at the Jets game. But yeah, I guarantee you the person that it is probably in the live chat. And they're probably wondering why a lot of things. But anyways. All right. So, I just had to do a little quick refresh because things were clogging up here. So we're going to log back in real quick, and then we're going to start breaking down the games. I do apologize. It was a very unexpected having to refresh this computer. All right, so Panthers, Vikings. It's hard to, play a sport and not want to win. Absolutely. Players probably different than coaching and management, knowing that they get a different draft pick, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Versus the players. I don't think the players want to be associated with a team that doesn't win anything. That would be my opinion. All right, so we're about logged in here. There's a little bit of soccer today. Nothing that... We had one premium play in soccer. Other than that, nothing that really piqued my interest as far as soccer goes. Maybe a possible play or two. But nothing that was really jumping out at me as far as soccer went today. All right, so live odds for this one finally up. The Panthers coming in on the road +3. Vikings laying the 3. Total over and under 50 at -105, but you can get 49.5 minus $1.15 between the Panthers and the Vikings. Let me pop up the rest of the stuff for this game here. We'll go over the lines. We'll go over all of that good stuff. And what I'm going to do and what my plan is to go over these games in a much faster pace today. All right? In a much faster pace today. Now, Bridgewater will be back for everybody for Carolina. PJ Walker returning to the backup role. Carolina, 4-7, 6-5 against the spread, 5-5-1 to the over. And then you got the Vikings, 4-6 straight up, 6-4 against the spread, 7-3 to the over. They are coming off a loss. They rode 3 straight wins, beating Green Bay, the Lions, and the Bears. Oh my. And then they just lost to the Cowgirls in a very embarrassing 31-28 loss 7 days ago. No doubt about it. That was not the loss the Vikings wanted to have after winning 3 straight and turning their season around. Carolina, Bridgewater goes down. PJ comes in. Not much hope for him. They make him a 3-point dog. Against the Lions. They come in, they shut down Matthew Stafford. And they beat him 20-0. Old Teddy is good to go. Glad to see it back. Underdogs are 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 meetings between Carolina and the Vikings. Minnesota's 9-0-1. 9 wins and 1 push at home versus an opponent after a blowout straight-up win of 20 points or more. Carolina just 3-12 against the spread. The last 15 games against a poor team with a 40% or less winning percentage. And Carolina 6 wins and a push. 6 wins and a push in their last 7 games after playing the Lions. Teddy 2-glove will win today. Gotta love Teddy. Actually, I'm a big Teddy Bridgewater fan. All right, guys, Carolina averaging 23 points per game to the 26.4 of the Vikings. 106 on the ground, 4.2 yards per carry is what the Panthers are averaging. 247 in the air, 7.3 yards per passing attempt. And then you've got Kirk Cousins and the Vikings averaging 5.1 yards per carry, 151 on the ground, and 236 in the air at 8.6 yards per passing attempt. But offense, great. We know they're going to put up points. So most importantly, let's take a look at the defense. Both teams you're capable to run against. You've got the Vikings who give up 4.3 yards per carry. You've got the Panthers who give up 4.6 yards per carry. The secondaries have been getting torched by both teams. Carolina giving up 245 yards a game, 6.7 yards per passing attempt, 14.7 yards per point. Then you've got the Vikings, 261 in the air is what they're giving up every game at 7.2 yards per passing attempt, 13.8 yards per point. You've got the Vikings, -4 on turnovers, +2 for Carolina. Justice, don't worry. I was late to the party anyways. The last time these two teams faced off 3 years ago, Carolina got the best of them. So take that shit, throw it right out the window because none of it really matters. All right, none of it really matters. That being so long ago, it really doesn't matter. Both teams are completely different. The landscape is completely different. As far as this game goes, I don't have an official play on the side of this game. Or the total. I go back and forth. Carolina has made us a lot of money this year covering the spread. They had that little 3-game stretch where they not only they won, but they covered. The games were staying under, but we weren't riding the under. We were riding Carolina. And they were a dog. They were a dog in those 3 games. The Chargers, they were a 6-point dog. Arizona, they were a 3-point dog. And Atlanta, they were a 2.5-point dog. We rode them all for straight-up wins. Here they are in another +3 dog situation. And they've been a dog for, I think, all but 3 of their games so far this year. And they've got some covers being a dog. As far as this game being a stay-away game, I know Henry says stay-away game. I go back and forth. As far as the side goes, I'm going to stay off the side. As far as the side goes, I'm going to stay off the side. As far as the lean goes, as far as the total goes, I lean towards the over. As far as the total goes, I lean towards the over. And remember, a lean is exactly that. A lean is just a lean. We're leaning towards it, not necessarily completely sold on it, but definitely a lean. Definitely a quality lean, in my opinion. The over set at 49.5, minus 115. Is what a lean is at the current moment. A lot of people staying away from this one. Understandably, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. GH is leaning towards Carolina +3. You know, I like Carolina in the dog situation. I do. I like Carolina in a dog situation. Dog on the road, I like it. I like it. I leaned on Duke yesterday. Actually, I took Duke. It was a free play. Duke was a free play, not a lean. Big difference between the two. And oh well. We lost a free play. Oh no. I think everybody's life will go on. I think we're pretty fucking up on this, up on the week on free plays. Duke wide receivers couldn't catch a ball to save their life. Right? That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually go grab a water real quick, because if not, my voice will be done before we even get to breakdown number 3. When's the beer coming out? Not today, buddy. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back, literally less than a minute. I'll be right back, all right? Fill up a water, and we'll start breaking down some more games and more free plays. All right, we're back. I do apologize. Alrighty. Don't know about you guys. Man, Wells yesterday was a pass. Let's look forward, right? Had to drop the kids off at the pool. Nope, had to refill the water. Either that or I won't have a voice to talk. It's pretty simple. Nope, didn't even go to the bathroom. Didn't need to. Alrighty, so nonetheless, I see some of you in the live chat need to work on your jokes. Need to work on those jokes, folks. All right, next up on the list, Titans, Colts. Titans and the Colts. Titans and the Colts. Titans and the Colts game 261. 262. This should be a fun one. This should be a fun one. This should definitely be a good game, in my opinion. All right, popping up the live odds for this one. Game 261, 262. Again, another 3-point dog. You got to love these 3-point road dogs today. They're in abundance. Titans catching 3, minus $1.10. Colts laying the 3. Total over and under 51.5 as of right now. That line is definitely on the move. Made to collect. Would you suggest more units on premium plays, the guaranteed picks, or the text picks? Well, the text picks are my personal plays, and we bet those all the same. I bet them for the same amount I do as premium plays. I'd be putting more money on a guaranteed play than anything. There's a reason why we charge more money for them. That's for sure. First half, Titans plus 2.5, over and under 25.5 as the first half total. That Colts run defense, that Colts defense as a whole. What are they going to do today against old Tannehill and old Henry? A.J. Brown, are they going to have a big game today? Are they going to have a big game today? We're going to find out. We'll find out in a couple hours just how good it goes. Titans 7-3 straight up. 4-6 against the spread, 7-2-1 to the over. And then you've got the Colts 7-3 straight up, 6-4 against the spread. 6-4 to the over as well. For everybody that doesn't know, this will be played indoors, Lucas Oil Stadium. No Buckner. Yep. Take a look, guys. Colts 12-2-1 against the spread. Their last 15 games versus an opponent, after playing a game that went into overtime, they have absolutely mopped up against an opponent that's coming out of a game in overtime. The Titans just 2-8 against the spread before having to play the Texans in their last 10 times. Tennessee 17-5-1 to the over when Ryan Tannehill is the starting quarterback for the Titans. Hot diggity dog, these two teams already played this year. We saw a 34-17 final by the Colts. The Colts mopping up not long ago, just a couple weeks ago. This month, guys. Not long ago, if you guys remember, the Colts came in, went down to Tennessee, and absolutely cleaned their clock. You've got the Titans and the Colts both averaging nearly the same amount of points per game. 27.9 for the Titans, 27.6 for the Colts. There's no denying Derrick Henry and the run game capability and what he does. Take a look at the numbers, and we'll take a look at what happened in their last game. I mean, it was just 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. First of all, Titans averaging 151 a game on the ground, 4.8 yards per carry, a.k.a. Derrick Henry. Those are Derrick Henry numbers. They're averaging 228 in the air, 7.3 yards per passing attempt. For Phillip Rivers and the Colts, they're averaging 109 yards a game on the ground, 3.8 yards per carry, 7.4 yards per passing attempt, 264 in the air. But where you really need to take a look is the defense. A lot of people, Jeff said Tennessee would run the show on their other big primetime matchup. And it was not the case. Phillip Rivers is not 100%. Phillip Rivers has never been 100%. That guy is a limping beast. I don't think I've ever seen a game where he's playing at top 100%. Not in years, anyways. But yeah, he's definitely roughed up from last week, last year. when you start taking a look at the defensive numbers, because that's where this game is going to be won. Who can actually stop who? That is where this game will be won. You take a look at the defensive numbers. The Titans giving up 25.9 points per game. And then that top defense in the Colts giving up just 20.8 points per game. Just under 21 points. They're giving up 89 rush yards a game. 3.5 yards per carry. That's the Colts. 209 yards in the air. 6.4 yards per passing attempt. And they're +6 in the turnover department. Pick Six Rivers' team is +6 in the turnover department. Holy hell. Didn't think I would say that in the beginning of the year. Manuel, is Kyle hungover? Nope. Couldn't tell you the last time I had a drink. Maybe my stepson's wedding. I'm officially going on 3 devices in the house. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You got the Titans. Tired, but not hungover. Tired. Tired, but definitely not hungover. Then you got the Titans. They give up 25.9 points per game, 121 on the ground, 4.4 yards per carry, 267 in the air, where they've been torched, 6.8 yards per passing attempt. They're also plus in the category of turnovers. They're +10. +16 in turnovers between both teams. As far as this game goes, obviously you look back to what happened 2 weeks ago. It's always harder to win the second time around. Well, they made easy work out of them. They beat them 34-17. Trash Smith says, I think Henry will make it easy. Colts defense banged up. Banged up or not, they're definitely going to be a solid run defense, no doubt about it. You know, in their last game, Henry still broke 100 yards. He had 19 carries for 103 yards. He was held in check out of the end zone. And Ryan Tannehill had 1 passing touchdown as well. In their last meeting, it was the Colts offense that got the job done. Now, the Colts defense kept them in check. They still gave up 294 yards. Now, they gave up 157 on the ground to the Titans. But where they really held him in check was Ryan Tannehill down the field. They held him to 137 passing yards for the entire game. Whereas the Colts had 430 total yards of offense. 297 of it was through the air with old Pick Six Rivers. Which, if he doesn't start throwing some pick sixes, we might have to start changing his nickname. So maybe we can get some points out of him with, excuse me, with another pick six. I'm losing my voice today. As far as this one goes, there are definitely some plays that I like. You know, taking a look at some of the different options when it comes to this game. The first quarter over 9.5, definitely attractive. Mike Brown says, hate betting dogs. I don't. I definitely don't. The Titans' first half is plus 130. Interesting, plus 2.5, minus $1.12. Titans had the lead at the half in the last time they played. Jermel Williams, you signed up for my plays. How do you get them? I will text them to you. I didn't see your order come through. Okay, I see. Actually, it somehow slipped through the crack. I'll be sending them to you right now, Jermel. Welcome aboard. So give me just a couple minutes, and I'll be sending them to you. I text them out. I apologize. Normally, I see the orders come through, but all I saw was the Sunday orders come through. And the last $99 order was Joseph's premium play order. Thank you, Joseph, by the way, for getting on board the premium plays. But I'll be sending those to you real quick. I'm popping up your order right now. Avante as well. Thanks for getting on board the premium plays. Mr. McGlynn, Kevin, Tremaine, Mr. Jones, Joseph, Brandon, Mr. Doyle, KC, Neverez, Mr. Tate, everybody that's on the Sunday plate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mike Brown says, I just know every time I take a dog, I lose. Now, I am going to put a free play up on the board. I am going to put up a free play on the board for you guys, but I just need to check one more thing real quickly. And if you're on my personal plays and you did not get them yet, definitely shoot me a message. If you're on my personal plays and you did not get them, send me a text message. And Jermel, I'll send you the plays after I put this one up on the board. Titans and the Colts. Ketchup, you log back into your account. If you purchased a Sunday NFL play last week, you just log back into your account. We don't email them to you. We don't text it to you. You log back in. You get it the same way you got it last week. Thank you, Jay Hugh. All right, so first quarter over 9.5. Change that up on the board. First quarter over 9.5. And actually, need to get this board rolling here. Change that date. Titans and the Colts. First quarter, over 9.5. Get that on the board. Get that on the board. Hey, Jermel, my brother, I'm sending you games right now. Just send them to you right now. If you guys want to be cool like Jermel, go to the website, cappersdirect.com. Pick out a package and get on board. Lorenzo says he's going to try and make this money and get back on track. As far as the side on this game goes, I will definitely, I lean towards the Titans. I'm not actually betting the Titans. All right? I think they put up some points early. And then things buckle down. All right? So I think they put up points early in the game, and then they buckle down in that second half later in the game. As far as the side of the game, I like the Titans. I haven't been sold on the Colts this entire year. David, if you have 10, well then you're looking at a push, the worst case scenario. I haven't been sold on the Colts, and I haven't given them enough credit where credit is due. I mean, let's be honest, the Colts are 7-3. They lost to the likes of Jacksonville in the beginning of the season. They did lose to Cleveland, and they did lose to the Ravens. Other than that, they've been beating up everybody, but they've had a fairly easy schedule. They have had a fairly easy schedule. You wish you had that hook? Well, That's easy to get that hook. Go open up a Bet Online account. You'll get that hook. I do know there's a lot of money on the over. I'd express some caution with that one. Joe, good morning. So first quarter over 9.5. We're going to bounce around. And again, we're going to do some breakdowns, and we're going to make them short and sweet and to the point because, again, I do have to get going in about a half hour. Unfortunately, I do have to get going in about a half hour. And remember, no matter what you're betting, to always bet responsibly. If you're new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We go live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We'll be live again tomorrow. Tomorrow we go live an hour later at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We were on the Colts. We're moving on now. We're going to talk about the Dolphins and the Jets. This is going to be a short and sweet breakdown for the Titans and the Jets. Or Titans. The Dolphins and the Jets. Titans are still on my mind. Maybe subconsciously, I need to take the Titans. All right, guys, Miami, New York. New York. I know we got a lot of Jets fans in here tonight. You guys may not be happy to hear this. First of all, it's the Jets. They're 0-10. They have covered 3 spreads on the year. You've got the Dolphins 6-4 straight up, 7-3 against the spread. 7-3 against the spread. Now, they have already played. They whooped them 24-0. And when they play today in New York, and they're going to be laying that touchdown, a lot of you going to be riding on the Jets, taking that touchdown. Plus 265 on the money line. I know it's attractive. You think they can't lose again. There's no way they can lose again. Well, they lost last week. They lost by 6 to a Chargers team, 34-28. They lost by 3 the week before to New England. They've been knocking on the door. They have been knocking on the door. As far as this one goes, we're making this short and sweet, and I'll read the numbers for you. You've got the Jets averaging 14.9 points per game. You got the Dolphins averaging 26.4. Well, that's probably good that Tua doesn't feel comfortable in the cold because Fitzpatrick is the rumored starter with his thumb injury. Fitzpatrick will be behind center. So, for all you thinking you were going to fade Tua in the cold, you might want to go bet the other side and hedge your bet. Jets 6-1 to the under at home before having to play the Raiders. The Jets are also 2-8 against the spread against opportunistic offenses, averaging less than 13.5 yards per point. And Miami 8-2 against the spread against aggressive defenses, facing more than forcing more than 1.9 turnovers per game. You've got the Dolphins who average 26.4 points per game, 94 yards on the ground, 3.6 yards per carry, 214 in the air at 6.9 yards per passing attempt. I can't talk this morning. And then you've got the Jets, and they're pathetic of an offense. And unfortunately, Sam Darnold is there. I am a Sammy Darnold fan, if you guys don't know. Definitely not a Jets fan. Definitely not an Adam Gase fan. Hell no, no way. How did Matt Patricia, speaking of coaches, how did Matt Patricia get fired before Adam Gase of the Jets? All this guy does is just lose. Lose, and lose. Unless they're just stockpiling first-round draft picks. It's something that definitely amazes me. When you start taking a look at the defensive side of things here, that's where you really got to hone in and take a look at it. The Jets are giving up 30.2 points a game. 20.2 for the Dolphins. Dolphins are giving up 4.8 yards per carry, 3.8 for the Jets. Jets are giving up 7.8 yards per passing attempt at 288 in the air. 6.9 per passing attempt for the Dolphins is what they give up. The Dolphins are +6 in the turnovers. The Jets are even Steven 0. As far as this one goes, guys, I can't lay $1 on the Jets. I just can't. I don't care if they get their win today. I would rather not take the Jets and just kick back, and I will root for you guys, though. However, if you put a gun to my head, I'd probably have to say take the fish. All right, take the fish. That's what, my lean is. My lean is on the fish, but I know a lot of you guys are on the Jets, so I will just kick back. And I will root for you guys. All right? I will kick back, and I will root for you guys. So for everybody on the Jets, I root for you. All right? And a show of hands, or eyes, or yes, or me, let's see who's all laying money on the Jets. Go ahead, post it in the comment section. But I'm going to be honest with you. Smart money will probably be on the fish because they probably get the job done today. But don't worry if you guys lose. Jalen says Kyle leaning in the Dolphins. Hey, my leans generally win. Jets not going 0-16. I know. They'll stump Seattle probably. But it is a stay away. I don't have $1 on this game. But one thing that I probably would do, and we're going to go look at it real quick. I think we see points in this game. No doubt about it. I think points are scored. Does it get anywhere near the total of 45? I don't necessarily know if I believe it'll get to 45. Unless the fish come out and just light up the scoreboard. Taking a look at a couple propositions. Sam Darnold's touchdowns, 2 or more, is plus money today at plus 127. I like old Sammy Darnold to get 2 touchdowns. I'm going to put that on the board as a prop bet. But remember, props we bet small. All right? Props we bet small. Do you guys not remember that? So the one guy that was like, oh, I lost so big because you lost a prop bet. Props are fun. They're like a penny slot machine. All right? It's like the whale slot machine. They're absolutely everywhere. All right? They make a lot of noise. And occasionally you win. There's a reason why there's a lot of them. Because you generally lose 90% of them. All right? Sammy Darnold, at least 2 touchdowns. Plus 127. Lock that sucker in. Now, am I betting it? I am. But remember, I bet prop small. I bet $250 on Sam Darnold. All right? I bet $250 on Sam Darnold at plus 127. Whereas I bet $3,000 on a premium play. John says, Jets got a better chance covering today than Kyle going whole show not dropping an F-bomb. I kind of like those odds. All right, we're going to put props there. All right, maybe you guys can see that. Full disclaimer. it's 2 or more, right? Not 2 or more. Yes. So the way we're going to word it on here, because it's not 2 plus, 2 or more TD plus 127. Right? And you guys can't see it, but I'll show it to you right now. All right? That's the way it's looking as of right now. That's the way it's looking as of right now. We'll continue on. We'll start bouncing around games because I'm going to be honest, I only have about 20 more minutes, okay? I would love to be able to stay live with you guys forever, but unfortunately I don't. All right, so we're going to bounce around to an afternoon game. We're going to go take a look. We're going to go take a look at a couple games. We're going to take a look at the Saints and the Packers game. Take a look at the Saints game. We'll take a look at the Packers game. Put you guys on something fun today. Sonny says, I like the Cards. Forgot I still had it on the board, so we'll bounce back. Not that, the board's probably better to look at than my ugly ass. All right, so what do you guys need to know about the Saints and the Broncos? First of all, the Broncos quarterbacks are all ineligible to play due to contract tracing policies with the NFL. All their quarterbacks are out. Oh, Kendall Hinton, excuse me. You guys probably don't know, but he was supposed to be Wake Forest's quarterback. It's the starting quarterback his junior year. Most of you guys probably don't even know who he is. Undrafted wide receiver for the Broncos. He had a 3-game suspension that kept him from starting. And it cost him the starting role. He ended up moving to wide receiver so he can get playing time. So they're not completely down when it comes to not having a quarterback. Now, not having an NFL quarterback, not having a quarterback that's ever taken a snap in the NFL, yes. Yes. I would imagine he lines up in the pistol formation 99% of the time. How many passes will we see out of him? They may shock us today. They may shock us today. As far as this one goes, I'm going to make it short and sweet as possible because it doesn't matter. The offensive numbers for Denver, throw them all out the window. Today is a game that has a lot of unknown variables. The books know that. That's why you see the numbers where they are. Princess Chachu, 10 passes. I think that's generous. The other marketing manager, no, it's not. Kendall Hinton James Clark, the difference between 10 and 9.5, I think at worst case scenario, you're looking at a push. Clippers says, praying cards is a fake trap game. They are so much better. Yeah, it's 8 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. Yes, Dr. Frank, who played for Wake Forest. What's my take on the total? My take on the total, first of all, is the Saints are going to have to score most of them. The Saints are going to have to score most of them. Betting against Denver in the altitude, that's a whole different story when you're running with no quarterback. Now, Denver can run the ball. They average 150 yards a game on the ground, 4.4 yards per carry. Take their passing game out of it, it's going to be all run game. That run defense for the Saints is quality. They give up 74 yards a game, 3.3 yards per carry. I think we'll see more yardage given up, but if they can hold that 3.3 yards per rush average, they should be able to hold them in check. Tony, what's my money-making pick of the day? It would be our Sunday NFL Guaranteed Winner, which you can pick up for just $50 on our website. Guaranteed to winner, you get the next one free. We're 9-2 on our big Sunday NFL plays. 9-2 on the year. We did drop last week's. We generally don't lose 2 in a row, which has been a very long time since that has happened. So don't miss out on it today. Big one today. As far as laying 15.5, I'm going to be real honest with you guys. Laying 15.5, with all intents and purposes, knowing that Denver probably can't keep up with the Saints, they should be able to cover the 15.5. However, I'm not going to touch it. Focus Sports, Royce Freeman is not the quarterback for the Broncos. It's Kendall Hinton, former quarterback turned wide receiver of Wake Forest. Yes, App State over yesterday, guaranteed Saturday. The Saints are 8-2 straight up. 5-5 against the spread, 7-3 to the over. Nathan says not $1 on it, clear stay away game. Now, as far as different avenues to bet, I think there's definitely different avenues to bet. The first quarter over 7. I think you're playing for a push or a win. I think the Saints will put up a touchdown. As far as the full game total, 35.5, I believe that the Saints will have to put up 35 of it in order for this to happen. In order for the game to go over, the Saints will have to put up 35 of the 35.5 points. Saints team total over 26.5. Saints team total over 26.5. I do like it. But again, you're going to need 4 touchdowns, 4 extra points. Neverest has teased the total. Even if you tease it down 7.5 points, you're going to get it to 28. You're still going to need 5 scores, 4 touchdowns, and a point somewhere else. Broncos are liable to be held out of the end zone. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Brian Evans says Broncos just might have to make a field goal. If you tease it down, Broncos just might. But keep in mind that Broncos defense has been stingy. Have I given out free picks? Yes, I have. As far as this game goes, as far as the side goes, I'm going to stay off of it. As far as the total goes, trust me, I love betting overs. 35.5 seems like a steal. But then at the same time, it doesn't. So I'm going to stay away from that aspect of it. The Saints team total over 26.5, I'm going to stay off of it. The Saints first half team total over 13.5 is very, 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 very attractive. Very attractive, let me tell you. I do lean towards that. As far as Drew Brees will not be starting. You don't have to worry about them pulling Drew Brees because Drew Brees is on the injured reserve list for at least 2 more weeks. Drew Brees is out with a punctured lung, 12, cracked ribs, fractured ribs, whatever you want to call it. But hey, no need to knock people because they don't know who's in or who's out of quarterback. Some people like betting and don't follow exactly player by player. Some people come here before they do their betting. So no need to knock people before not knowing the information. Because trust me, I could probably ask a question about player personnel that's playing or not playing that's not available to the public, and I could probably embarrass everybody here. So no need to, pinpoint any of that nature. That's not what we're about. Michael, I see you just got on board. I'll be sending them to you shortly. I text them out personally. Thomas said Taysom Hill's from Idaho. He's used to the mountains. Used to that nice cold weather. But Michael, I'm sending them to you right now. Welcome aboard. I text out my personal plays. Premium plays you get on the website. But I text out on my personal plays. And they're coming your way right now, Michael. Just send them, brother. Thank you. Do I think Las Vegas is a good first half bet? We'll try and break down that game, but I don't think I'm going to have time to. Because I'm getting somewhere with the Saints. I am going to use them as in a play, and we're going to go over that here. But as far as the full game, the total, any of that, the only thing that really piques my interest when it comes to this game would be either the first half team total for the Saints over 13.5 or the over 7, at least a touchdown by the Saints. And we're looking at worst case scenario, a push. But then again, it's still the Saints. And I don't expect this explosiveness out of them that they'd have if Drew Brees was there. So the next game that we're going to do the Sunday Night Football game. Bears and the Packers. Bears and the Packers coming up next. Taking a look at the odds on this one first before we even get into the game and dial into the game. Packers down to an 8-point favorite. They were laying 10. Money coming in on the Bears. They were laying 10 this morning. They're down to 8 minus 108, which means you can get them at 7.5 minus $1.18. And it's a circled game, so it will not even let me adjust to try and get it down to see what 7 would cost us. Total on this one, over and under 43 points. You've got the Bears 5-5 straight up, 5-5 against the spread, 3-7 to the over. You've got Green Bay 7-3 straight up, 6-4 against the spread, 6-3-1 to the over as well. They are coming off their loss to the Colts, losing 34-31. They were a 2-point dog, and they got shafted by the 3 points at the end of the game. And OT, turnovers plagued them in that game. Before that, they won 2 straight against the 49ers and Jacksonville. And then you've got the Bears. Trubisky is in at helm with Nick Foles hurting. Mitchell Trubisky, who can move it down the field with his legs, will be back behind center. Green Bay 14-5 against the spread against Chicago, dating back to the 2011 season. The Bears have lost 4 straight games. They actually opened up the season pretty hot. They won 3 straight, beating Detroit, New York Giants, the Falcons. I know they're shitty teams. They came in and they lost to the Colts. Then they came right back and they won 2 straight, beating both Tampa Bay and Carolina. Can you believe it? They started out the year 5-1. 5-1. The Bears fans were all hooting and hollering, oh, it's our season, it's our season, it's our season. And then it's like, all right, back to being Bears fans. All right, we started out 5-1. Now we're 5-5. Losing to the Rams, the Saints, the Titans, and the Vikings. When you play a quality team, the Bears collapse. Are they getting a quality team today? More than capable of a quality team with Aaron Rodgers and the pack. I didn't like the number at 10. The number at 8 is definitely getting a little more attractive. Now, keep in mind, these two teams will play at the very end of the season again. When you take a look at the numbers, the anemic numbers of the Bears, 19.1 points per game, 78 yards on the ground, 3.6 yards per passing attempt. You've got per running attempt, not much more for the passing attempt, at just 5.5 yards per passing attempt, 223 in the air. Aaron Rodgers averaging 7.9 yards per passing attempt, 277 in the air. They average 116 on the ground, 4.4 yards per carry. You got to take a look at the defensive side of things. You've got the Bears coming in -3 on turnovers, even Steven when it comes to the Packers on turnovers. They're giving up 7.2 yards per passing attempt, so that secondary's been getting torched. They're also giving up 4.4 yards per carry, as well as 4 yards per carry for the Bears, and they're at 6.4 yards per passing attempt. As far as this game goes, Brian just said the Bears are going to be Bears. I do believe that. The Bears, I think, will come out strong. They'll give a little hooting and hollering. At the end of the day, Green Bay gets the job done. However, I don't want to lay the 8. I do not want to lay the 8. So what I will be doing is I'm going to be using them in a teaser. And I don't give out teasers very often. All right, I don't give out teasers very often. I'm going to be doing a 7.5 point teaser. However, I'm going to give some advice here. I'd probably wait to bet this one, because the fact that the Packers are dropping. Now, if the Packers drop to a touchdown or less, I'll lay the money with the Packers. But it being more than 7, I'm going to use it in a teaser spot. I'm going to do a 7.5 point teaser at Bet Online. And I'm going to tease not only Green Bay down 7.5 points, which gets them down to a 0.5 point, basically a pick 'em. But I'm also going to tease the New Orleans Saints, which gets them down to 8 as well, as a nice teaser right there, nice 2-team teaser. So we'll move the props down here, because I'm going to have another prop as well for you guys as well. So we'll move the Colts up here. Move this up there a little bit. Move this up here. Make it a little bit bigger for you guys. All right, so we're going to do a 7.5 point teaser. At Bet Online with the Saints, laying 8. And I don't even know if I have it on the. Let me put it up on the board for you guys. Saints laying 8. Packers laying a half. Not laying 112. So there's that. All right, there's that teaser opportunity. 7.5 point teaser at Bet Online. Do I like the Dolphins and the Rams to score 14 points by the half? Don't necessarily know on that one. I'd have to go back and take a look at those games. LT, what's going on? So, but as far as this game goes, start diving a little more in depth into it. Now, they have the Aaron Rodgers touchdown passes set at 3. He's hit 3 4 out of his last 5 games. 4 out of his last 5 games, he's had at least 3 passing touchdowns. Yes, we know Nick Foles is out. Trubisky is in. As far as this one goes, at least 3 touchdowns, I like. I like his prop of at least 3 touchdowns, plus 152. And it's not having to hit 4, it's having to hit 3. He is a greedy quarterback. That loves to record those touchdowns. Now, as far as getting into that stingy red zone of the Bears, Aaron Jones to get an anytime touchdown is minus 167. I like that as well. So we're going to put those up on the props as well. Hold on, what was the number at? Let's do Jones because I have that one up. One or more, TD minus 167. I know there's a little bit of juice on that one, but I don't mind laying it. Here, let me put the board back up for you guys. And then the passing touchdowns for Rodgers is plus 152. Three or more TD plus 152. So the board's definitely getting busy. And keep in mind, remember, full disclaimer, Keep in mind, full disclaimer, we bet the prop small. Yes, Gus, feel free to email me, kyle@cappersdirect.com. I'm putting it in the comment section right now. You can email me, kyle@cappersdirect.com. Alrighty. So there's that one, folks. Don't miss out. If you're not on our Sunday play, you still have plenty of time. You have until 1 p.m. Eastern time to get on our big Sunday guaranteed NFL winner. That game does go down. It is an early game. So if you miss, you miss, you miss. All right, I do apologize, but I do have to run. I do apologize for being late, and I do apologize for making it a short show, but hopefully we made up for it with 1, 2 winners plus 3 prop bet winners, as well as another daily free play on the Rams and the 49ers game. If you're not on that play, make sure you guys go and watch the daily free play video. If you haven't done so, give us a big thumbs up. And let's all make a boatload of money today, all right, guys? Let's all make a boatload of money. And let's all have a great day today. All right, so good luck to everybody. And let's hammer the books. All right, let's hammer the books. Good luck, everybody. Have a great day. Good luck, everybody. Happy Sunday. Have a blessed Sunday, and always bet within your means. Thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate that. All right, guys.